Hi, good morning. Today is May 21st. It's about 10 a.m. And I thought it would be a good time to do another video. First, I just want to say that I appreciate those who have been taking a look definitely over the past month and even before then. I appreciate your viewership. It has made me want to do a few more of these videos, even if just one person learned something from it. uh, that is enough for me. I see it more as a conversation among friends. Of course, it's a little one-sided, but a conversation among friends where I could share some of the things that I learned and what I'm doing right now within the markets. As you can see from this chart, I focus mostly on QQQ. To me, that kind of is the future. And we are in a breakout. What is a breakout? This is the highest point that we have ever reached, ever. And it's gone beyond that point. And typically, what happens in a breakout is that it continues to go up until a point where then it just maybe consolidates. So consolidation it might look like this. This was a breakout right here where it continues to go up, then consolidates for a little while and may continue to go up, or it may come back down. This was a specific event that happened that brought it back down. So this is a breakout occurring right now. And as I mentioned, we don't really know what's going to happen. Like for the past couple of videos, yes, I suspected that this would happen in the future months just because of the interest rates and everything else that was going on, but I didn't really know what was going to happen, right? And what makes people more successful when it comes to investing is their level of thinking, right? In the regular world, in a daily job, everything is all about you have to be right. You need to be right. And that need to be right causes a lot of problems, all right? Whereas in investing, you don't necessarily need to be right all the time. You just need to do the right thing based on what is occurring. So right now, this is a breakout. This is what is occurring. And I have to do the right things based on what is occurring. So what does that mean? Okay. So percentages. If you go back, there were some videos that I had before about the two models. This is the first model that I'm showing. This is all based on staying within a certain range. All right. So I used TQQQ, and basically I wanted to have it at 30%. All right. Right now, based on the market, we're about 34%, which is a little higher than I typically want it to stay at. So in this case, I give it a little bit of leeway. All right. So for me, I'm really looking at 30%, 35%, sorry. Once it hits 35%, then I will trim a little bit of TQQQ. All right. I am not going to sell. I'm never going to be completely out of the market. All right. But this has gone up for a while. If you look at this chart here for a bit, you see that things go up and then they come down a little bit. They go up and then they come down a little bit. Sometimes they go up and then they come down a lot. I'm not sure exactly what will happen, but the thing that I do know that I'm sure of is that once it hits 35%, I'm going to trim it so that it is below 35%. The same thing typically happens when it hits a bottom. If I go below 20%, usually I will add a little bit more there as well. All right. So let's look at performance. So this is what my portfolio looks like. So you can see 33% in TQQQ. That's up 63% since I first bought it. Originally starting with a $2,000 account. This IBIT is Bitcoin ETF. So that's up 56% since I first bought it. And as I mentioned in earlier videos, I just bought it because I don't know exactly what is going to happen with it. So if I owned a small amount, a 2% allocation of my portfolio, then I'm fine with that. So it grew from 2% to 3%. Okay. The rest of my money is sitting in this cash, which I'm going to move over to this money market fund. And this money market fund that is earning currently 5.21% on a 7-day current yield. Okay. And I have a little bit in UPRO as well, which is the 3-time S&P 500. This is just in case there's a difference in how much the QQQ goes up versus the S&P 500. Typically QQQ beats S&P 500, but especially in this time frame where nearly all the stocks are going to start expanding, I find that this S&P 500 is a good area to be in, and therefore I use this UPRO in order to do that. So if I click over on performance, let's look at the year-to-date performance so far. Right. So this is kind of where we stand as compared to the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100, which I'm tracking against really. So I'm up 11.21%, S&P 500 11.29%, and 10.98% for the NASDAQ 100. And the key thing here is also recognizing that even though they're so close and I'm slightly below, I'm doing this with 57% basically of my cash, of my money sitting in cash. All right. And that is why I like this strategy, and this is why I want to tell other people about it, anyone that is willing to listen. And that's why I do these videos. All right. This does not require, sitting at your computer all day long. This is with money that you don't need at this point in time. It's just to be invested in the market and make good returns while having a slightly better risk profile. Okay. So that is all I have for today. Hopefully, things continue to go up or just kind of stay where they are, and we don't have these deep dips. Hopefully everything, the right decisions are made politically, fiscally, etc. But if they're not, my focus is not on anything being right. My focus is on doing the right thing based on what I see. That's it for now. Thank you. Have a great day.